There's a Jew right there, and I'll get there. Look around.
Which Bible do you believe in? Jesus is the prophet. He said, don't go wandering around. You have to keep directly. That's very good.
It doesn't mean that you believe in Islam. So in a way,
that Bible prophesied to some other testament called Barnabas Testament.
Negative motive still preach Christ.
No, I tell you what Barnabas said.
That is name of grace.
One of, he says he's a saint. He's one of Josiah's scholar. He's one of Jesus' followers. His name is Barnabas. Jesus never been. That's what it is. God is another verse.
He's got 99 actions.
No, they didn't. Sure, love from
the Old Testament of the Holy Bible bears witness of John the Baptist as the voice of one crying in the wilderness, make straight the paths of the Lord. So John the Baptist was the forerunner of the Messiah, of Christ. And this is what John the Baptist said. John bear witness of Jesus Christ. And this is what he said, the testimony of John the Baptist. John bare witness of him and cried, saying, this was he of whom I spake. He that cometh after me is preferred before me, because he was before me. So John the Baptist here is speaking of Jesus Christ as pre-existent, as being before him, even though he was sent to prepare the way of the Lord and to make his path straight. And this is the record of John. When the Jews sent these...
John is saying Jesus said, I'm the Alpha. No, there is.
Well, they don't want to talk. They don't want to tell me about Allah. Huh?
You can have some mercy. I can have some mercy.
But not the same as Allah's one. Yes. I'll tell you what. Ar-Rahim. My brother. Listen.
No, but I do.
I give you a number. It's hard to understand me. Sorry. Do you know him?
Oh, yeah, but he keeps repeating all the time. He repeats too much. no, but see, they don't like talking to Christians anyway. No, but I talk to the Catholic guy, but he's not here all the time. The old guy over there, he just shouts, so you can't really talk much to him. Yeah, alright. Alright, yeah.
Even that we don't know, but yes, there's one.
Whoever is the enemy of Jibreel, for surely he revealed it in your heart by his command. Verify. Exactly. What? Show me where it says the Quran.
Assumption.
Can I give you an example? What the answer he wants? Let me read something from it. In the Gospel of Luke chapter. In the Gospel.
Wait, let him give you an example.
Let me give you an
Let him
example.
give you an example.
About the angel made mention to Zachariah. And this is
Yeah, you can respond.
Now, I'm giving you verses, many verses.
Yeah,
You
but
ask-
he's going to give you an
You ask me
example
from
of
the
what I'm
Quran.
looking for.
No, you give it from the Quran.
Okay.
Many verses.
Okay.
Wait.
Uncle, afterwards
Wait.
you respond. Because he's not going to give me a verse. Okay, next one.
Another verse.
Don't
Many
give me
verses I'll
assumption.
give you.
Don't give
No
me
assumption.
Sammy.
We know Allah.
Sammy.
Angel
It doesn't
Jibreel.
say the
You
Quran.
said- No.
Revealed what? You
It's
said
been
it
recorded.
yourself. He
It's
said
been
revealed
recorded.
what?
No, it's been recorded.
Revealed what?
It's been recorded. The camera is there. It's on. You was asking me, show me where in the Quran it
says
says,
Quran.
wait. Where it says in the Quran
Yeah.
that Prophet Muhammad, the person, the angel used to come to him was
To
Angel
reveal the
Jibreel.
Quran.
No, you never said.
Yes.
And now I showed you a verse
Revealed-
where
I-
it says
revealed what?
was revealed.
What
Prophet
was
Muhammad
revealed?
was revealed
What
to
was
Quran.
revealed?
but
It doesn't say Quran.
And now
No,
I'm
it
giving you
doesn't.
another verse.
Assumption.
I'm giving you another.
Assumption.
According to his assumption. I'm giving you
Because
another verse.
this is exactly
I'm
what he
giving
said to
another verse.
Christians.
Wait, I'm
He
giving
said,
another
show
verse.
me where it says.
Another verse.
Okay.
Wait.
So his
Another
own
verse.
criteria. he
Another
cannot-
verse
he
I'm giving
cannot-
you.
okay.
I'm even proving
Okay,
from
go
the
on.
Bible, the book.
Don't
you
tell
have-
me from the
you-
Bible. I'm
Wait,
proving from your
after this-
Quran.
After this, I'm going to need evidence from the Bible. Who wrote the Bible? The disciples
Don't worry.
or others?
Go ahead.
Or is the Bible
Assumption.
inspired by God?
Assumption. Finish.
I need
You always
all that.
want to jump to the
Wait, don't
Bible.
worry.
Don't give me assumption. I want clear cut verse.
Don't worry.
Okay,
I will
go
show
on.
you many verses. The Quran is
Give me-
from
give me-
Allah,
give me-
and
okay. Let's
the
talk in
teacher
more
of Prophet
showing.
Muhammad is Angel Jibreel.
Yeah.
Okay, 67. 69. Okay. So now here again. Allah is affirming
What verse?
in many verses. I'm giving one of them. Don't shout here. I'm giving you this verse and I'm going to other verses as well.
Don't. Yeah,
Okay.
Don't give me assumption.
I'm not giving you
I
assumption.
want clear cut verse.
I'm giving you clear verses. Quran is from Allah. Okay.
I said
Wait. And in Jibreel, Angel Jibreel as well. Both of them I'm giving you. Don't worry. Okay. Here, Allah said here, chapter 69, verse 40. Chapter 69, verse 40.
Okay.
Allah said, most surely is the word brought by an honored apostle. Wait, the Quran.
Huh?
Don't
Wait,
open your
wait.
mouth. Don't open your mouth.
And then Allah said, it's not the word of a poet, this Quran. Little is it that you believe. Again, not the word of a soothsayer, basically is fortune teller. Little is it that your mind. It's a revelation from the Lord of the worlds. Here, another verse again I'm giving you.
Does that say that
Wait,
was revealed by Angel
I'm
Jibreel?
giving
Does that?
I'm giving you Angel Jibreel again. Wait, I'm giving you another verse. Wait.
I said, I said I want a clear cut verse from the Quran where it says Angel Jibreel was the one who revealed the Quran to Muhammad.
I just give him one verse, but I give him verse.
Let me give an example.
Wait, I give him verse. Wait. I give him verse already, but I'm giving you another one again.
Okay, wait. Why do you look like uncle
I
reading?
found it here.
Let me give you an example so that you know
Here.
clearly what.
This is what I'm
Oh yeah,
looking
here.
This got it now.
Who is the teacher of the Quran? Here. Muhammad. Allah said in the Quran chapter 16 verse 44, Indeed, we have revealed this revelation Quran unto you. So you
Does
may,
that mention the name Gabriel?
No, I'm just telling you one thing. Wait. Mister, wait. You sound like a baby, mister. Come on. You're Russian.
Let me share more light so that you know exactly what you want to hear.
Wait.
Let me give an example. 1 minute, just 1 minute. Just give me one example. Now we know clearly. Listen here. There is a prophet called John the Baptist, how his birth came about. That was in the days of Herod, the king of Judea. Certain priest named Zachariah of the division of Abijah. His wife was a daughter of Aaron, and the daughter's name was Elizabeth. And they were both righteous before God, walking the commandment of God. But they have no child. Elizabeth was barren. So it was that why this Zachariah was a priest, according to the custom of the to burn incense in the temple. And the multitude were waiting. Then an angel of the Lord appeared to him, standing on the right side of the altar. And when Zachariah saw him, he was troubled, and fear fell upon him. But the angel said to him, "Don't be afraid, Zachariah, for your prayer is heard. Your wife Elizabeth will bear a son. You shall call his name John, and you have joy and gladness, for he will be great. So he will not drink no, wait. And he will turn many into. He will go before now. Listen here. And Zachariah said to the angel, "How shall I know that? And Zachariah said to the angel, "How shall I know this? For I am an old man, and my wife is advanced in years." And the angel answered and said to him, "I am Gabriel.
I am Gabriel. You see, I am Gabriel.
Wait. And the angel said, I am Gabriel who stands in the presence of God. And
the angel introduced himself
to you to bring this
word
word.
So I'm asking him to show me that in the Quran.
Why don't you ask one question?
You so look.
Why do we believe in Gabriel the way you believe in Gabriel?
Let me answer. Wait.
Because we are.
Let me answer. Wait.
But he has to first show me.
No. Brother,
yes.
wait, brother.
Same source.
Brother,
But he has to
let
show
me
me
give
it
him-
is Gabriel.
Brother,
So I'm asking for the
wait.
evidence.
I give him from the verse in the Quran. Jibril was mentioned, and he was the
Show
one
me,
that
show me the
revealed
verse.
the Quran to
Show
the
me the
Prophet.
verse.
I give him the verse. But
Don't
he's
give me
not-
assumption.
No,
Don't give
it's
me
not
assumption.
assumption.
Sorry.
It's not
Hey,
assumption.
that was a clear verse.
Look.
Show me that in the Quran. Show me that.
Look. He's playing my
Show me in the Quran. He can't show me.
Wait, please,
He
brother, wait.
cannot show me a
I'm
clear-cut
refuting this one.
verse.
I'm refuting
He
this
cannot
one.
show me a clear.
No, you read it. Nobody's refuting
I'm
it.
refuting
Let us
this
have
one.
it.
Wait.
Don't come to
Wait.
it. You have no
No.
say
Wait.
about it.
Anyway, first I'm
Just show it.
refuting this
Just
one.
like Don't change the topic. Just
Okay,
read
wait.
it.
No.
No.
This one.
This strategy will not work. This strategy will not work. Just
You want me
read
to
it.
go or you listen?
Yes.
Shall I go?
It's
Don't
a
speak like a
strategy.
child. Shall I speak?
No
I
part in
want him
this.
to refute.
No. You have nowhere to
Okay,
refute.
wait. Look.
My friend.
Wait.
Wait, Sarah, you're talking to me. What is your point? What is the point?
No, he has got it. He has got it like I read it from.
Wait.
I will answer. I got the answers.
Answer.
Tell him.
Answer. Wait. We want him to show in the Quran where it says that's the one.
He's asking you.
Look, Sarah,
Don't speak like a baby.
Let them.
Okay?
no, wait.
Wait.
Oh, okay.
What is the question?
I'll answer both of them. He showed me a verse where it says,
Don't come
I'm
here.
Angel
Oh,
Jibril.
let him.
Wait.
Yeah. Continue.
Yeah, continue.
I'm disapproving your verses.
Continue.
He said show him also.
Wait.
He said show him.
He's done. Just stop.
Wait.
Oh, you want to
Okay, wait.
debate him? I'll debate this man.
So now,
He's scared
he
of
showed me a verse.
Because
The verse, there's the angel Jibril in the verse talking about the books. Yes or no?
It's another topic.
Don't
Wait.
as a
No.
Don't let him
No, I'm not deviating.
Don't let him
No.
Wait,
I'm not deviating. I want an answer, yeah?
If you want that question,
I'm asking.
Wait. Let him respond.
I'm asking same question, yeah? I'm refuting. Brother.
No, nothing.
all what you want is this.
Wait. Wait, look, let him respond. Let your Muslim brother
I
respond.
want to refute him
Wait,
this point.
okay.
So here,
Okay.
Let him respond.
He has asked a
Wait.
question.
Oh, let them talk.
He asked me one question, yeah? He said, show me in the Quran where it says that Angel Jibril used to come to the Prophet and used to reveal the Quran to you. I give him, but he said, I want word by word, okay? So he said,
by word.
Oh, I give him, yes. No, I give him, but he said, show me. I give him. Forget about it. Okay, I allow him. But now, he showed me a verse in the Bible where John, who came to the Angel Jibril came to? Tell me.
Mary.
Zachariah. Okay,
John.
wait. Okay.
Zachariah, okay.
So Angel Jibril. Wait. Angel Jibril came to
Hello,
Zachariah.
hello, hello.
Yes. Does that approve all the books of the Bible, word by word, every single book of the Bible? Did Angel Jibril said, I'm from your God, I'm revealing the book to you.
Wait,
Word by word,
respond.
same
Let
as
me
you.
respond.
It doesn't exist.
Same as
Let
you.
me respond.
Show me that
Let
verse.
me
Same
respond.
as you.
Wait,
And I
it's
give
fine.
you- look,
Wait, don't
I
worry,
give
it's
you
fine, it's
same
fine.
question.
No, let me
So
respond.
I want
Let me
you answer my
respond.
question.
I did.
What's my question?
You asked me where the angel Gabriel said
Said
that he revealed
to
the
all
book.
prophets,
Yeah.
he revealed the book
Yes,
to them,
but
word by
wait,
word.
wait,
Do you have it?
Wait, no,
Do you
let
have
me
it?
respond.
Okay.
Oh, let them talk. Let them
Let
talk.
me
Let them
respond.
talk.
Okay, respond.
Yes, wait.
Let me
I'll take him.
Let
I'll
me
debate him.
respond. That's fine. Let me respond.
He's scared.
Wait,
He's scared of me. He's scared of
let
me.
me respond.
Yeah.
So, my response to this question is your question is irrelevant. And I'll
Oh,
tell you why.
irrelevant.
Let me finish.
So my question
Let
is
me
irrelevant.
finish.
But yours is irrelevant.
Let me finish. Let me
Okay.
finish.
So no answer.
Let me
Do you have
finish.
answer?
Let me finish.
No, do you have answer?
Let me finish.
No.
Let me finish.
No, do you have
Let me
answer?
finish.
Before you tell
Let
me,
me
no.
finish.
Please.
Let me finish. The reason why your question is irrelevant is because he read that verse to say he wants an explicit verse just to say where it says I am Gabriel. So that's why he read out the passage. It wasn't just, it wasn't, let me finish. His point wasn't to prove that the whole Bible was inspired or prophets received message from Gabriel. He said, I want to see an explicit verse like this in the Quran where it says the angel Gabriel visited Muhammad.
Let
and
me
gave
speak.
the Quran.
Great, give him.
So
let
it
me
wasn't
speak.
about inspiration.
I give you
He gave you one.
Yes, I give you
wait,
one.
wait,
gave you one.
What, you can, no, you can
let
say
him
no,
respond
no,
and he
no,
can
I give you
read
the
it out
verse.
again. Let him read it out.
I give him a verse in the Quran.
I'm saying read it out again. Read it out again.
I know Fahana will say
Yeah, okay, say the verse.
Wait, let me answer first. Let me talk. I'm not just saying that. This brother, he's asking me proof in the Quran where Allah said it's the one who used to come to Prophet Muhammad was Angel Jibril word by word. And I give him a verse in the Quran where Allah said the one used to come to Prophet Muhammad was Angel Jibril and he used to reveal the Quran onto the Prophet, into the heart of Prophet Muhammad. I give him. Okay, now I'm asking him. Wait.
I'm asking him to read the verse again.
I'm asking him again. Does he have same question applies to him? He's
You haven't
asking me
answered my
that question
question.
word by word. I want the question he's asking word by word from his the Bible.
We're not
where
talking about the
Angel
Bible.
Jibril, same.
We're not talking
Because
about the Bible. Because Christians
look,
don't
look.
believe Christians don't believe that. So I don't need to prove it.
Look.
Christians don't believe
I
that,
want
so I
from the
don't need to
Bible.
we don't believe that Gabriel gave inspiration to the
You're
prophet.
not gay less than your country here.
Okay,
You're not gay less than your country.
Okay, who gave them basic
Who said
problems
COVID?
now?
It was God.
They created.
Who
Who said COVID? They
Okay,
created.
wait.
That's not the
You're not gay
Christian
less
belief.
than your country.
Wait, brother, wait, let me answer.
That there was that Gabriel brought down the message directly to them.
Wait.
can even have sex with
Show me
you?
where it
No,
says
we're not like
that.
that.
Show me where it says that.
Wait.
Show me in the Bible
Because you are
where
being
it
lesbian.
says
Because
I've
you have in your
inspired
problem,
all
that's
the
the problem.
prophets in the Bible.
How can you
Show
allow
me in the
me to
Bible.
take my wife when you know that
Wait,
your country
I
is
know,
lesbian?
I know. The problem, basic problems.
Gabriel.
You
Wait,
be
wait,
lesbian.
Brother,
wait.
yeah, I know. Don't
Wait,
get involved.
Lesbian. That's
You answer my
In
question.
my country, we teach
You
that
understand?
because we know
Two
that
things
we
now.
are human beings.
You understand?
And this country, people are like animals. They behave like animals.
And we're not going to divert.
No, what I'm
first.
asking.
You're asking me to show where the inspiration of the prophet
I'm working in the
came
home
No,
office, I know.
I'm
The
asking.
law here
You
allowed
said, you know
gay
the difference in
lesbian. True
Islam?
or false?
There's 3 ways a prophet
Wait,
can
you
receive.
see-
Wait. I'm
So
explaining.
you
I'm
don't
explaining
want
I'm
someone to start
explaining your lies.
Wait.
Why?
Can you listen?
No, he's
Wait.
talking about
Can
the
you
gay
listen?
lesbian. That's
Please,
what
time for me. I don't know.
There's pedophiles, there's pedophiles and there's a lot of gay and there's a lot of
Okay,
rapists.
please,
That's
that's
what
time for me.
we don't have the time.
I'm going to pray, by the way.
You know, the funny
Wait for
thing,
me. Yeah, the funny thing, yeah, he exposed
Let
himself
me tell
now.
you the funny thing.
Don't worry, I know now.
Christianity.
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
Yeah, I know.
We believe in their prophet.
Yeah.
And they should ask themselves the question.
I'm
How do we
asking.
believe about your
Now
prophet?
he said,
And we respect him more than you guys.
no,
Yeah.
come debate with him. Right, I'm coming first. I'm going to pray because Allah comes first. Prayer comes first. Before you, I need to pray and then I'll come to you. In 7 minutes, 10 minutes. I will come to you. Yes, I'll come to you. No, I got I'm coming to 2 points now. I'm not giving you assumption. I'm not giving you assumption. I'm not giving it.
He just want to talk. He don't want to listen.
Okay, wait. Listen. Before you go, listen, Saran.
Is this not yours? It's for the brothers. No, I know you're not going to stall it. You're not going to steal it.
Fine, give it to me.
Okay, no,
Give
I
it
want
to me. Give it to me.
take it. You
Right.
do, yeah.
When you come back, you're going to provide the verse, and then I'm going to.
I thought you exposed our
Clearly
And
there.
let's time it. Let's time it. Let's
Your
time it.
book is assumptions. Our book is clear.
Show me.
That's why how
Do you want to show me the verse that you said he gave a clear-cut verse? So show me the verse where it says. Show me the verse. What verse was it?
They give you the best. They give you the best.
What verse?
Which one?
So
Which verse?
You didn't give me a verse.
You didn't even listen to him.
Give me-
No.
what verse?
No.
Do you know the verse?
Hold on.
Right.
Which verse he gave? Which verse he gave? Tell me.
Your debate here between Quran and the Bible, yeah?
No.
Now,
Is it between what
you don't
is
even
wrong
know
and
the
right?
topic.
That's what it is. Because
Now-
the one in the Quran. The one in the Quran.
Because you're ignorant of the debate. Let me explain it to you. Let me explain it to you, my friend.
No, listen.
I'm explaining the topic. You have come in and made a statement which was incorrect.
Listen.
Are you listening? You said you
don't
came
have
and made
to-
you said Bible and Quran. That was not the topic.
The verse is from where? Which book? The verses are from which books?
The
verses-
Quran.
And what?
We're talking about the Quran.
So the verse is from where?
The Quran.
But he gave you, when I saw this man, he gave you the look, and this is in the Bible.
Why did he bring up?
No.
Do you know what the topic is?
Hold on.
Yes.
Hold on.
Do you know what the topic is?
Listen to me, my brother.
My friend.
do you know the topic?
When you come,
my
you have to
brother,
learn.
listen.
My friend.
We are here to help you with your own book.
No.
Listen.
I'm here to help you with your own book.
Okay, so now.
Because I'm
so
asking
now.
you.
Okay,
I'm going to ask you.
No.
I'm asking you
Listen.
the question.
If I come to debate you or say something, if you tell me that your name is John, you have to prove it with your ID, isn't it?
Yes.
So if you prove that your book is right or my book is right, we have to use these books,
Right.
Quran and Bible, isn't it? And if let's finish. And your book say that it has been changed, and you that prove it, I can give you verses. So what this man is saying that if you say we talk about the prophet, the Quran itself claimed that it has been sent by God, and Allah said that it's meted. But you don't have that kind of thing in your
My
Bible.
friend, don't embarrass yourself. What was the topic we were talking about?
What's the topic?
What? You don't know.
He
So why are you talking about the Bible?
I said
My friend.
you
My
talk about
friend.
angel, isn't it?
My-
I'll give you verses.
What was the topic?
I'll
What
give you
was the
verses. I'll
topic?
give you verses.
What was the topic?
What was the
What
topic?
are you going to give me verses on?
No.
My friend, answer the
so
question.
you don't-
What are you going to give me verses
You
on?
don't even know your book.
What are you going to give me verses
You don't
on?
even know your book.
What are you going to...
You're scared of
Do you
it.
understand
Fools.
English?
Let me talk.
Do you understand English?
You want
I'm
to-
asking you a simple question.
Do you want me to
What?
give you verses?
I'm asking you, what
Do you
are
want
you
me to
going
give you verses in your book?
Verses about what?
About your book.
I don't need to, that's not
Why?
the topic.
Why?
That's
is it?
not the topic.
Why?
What
Why?
was the topic? Answer
Why are
the
you talking about the
question.
Quran when your book itself says
My
something?
friend, are you Muslim?
Of course, yes.
Then talk about the Quran.
Why not?
He's scared to
Ehe,
talk
so
about
let's talk about the Quran.
Okay. My book said that.
My friend.
Oh, let me finish.
No.
My
no.
book said
the
that.
Topic,
Listen,
my friend,
you asked me to talk the Quran.
if you enter the ring, you come in
My
and
brother.
enter about the topic.
Okay, what?
You don't change the topic.
Listen.
So now.
My book
No,
tell me.
that wasn't how
Listen
he.
now.
The topic was
You talk
show
about
me
Angel Gabriel. Listen.
The topic
Listen.
was show me
You just
a
listen,
clear-cut
listen.
verse where it says in the Quran that Angel Gabriel was the one who visited Muhammad and gave him the Quran.
That's the one we have to give you the verses.
Yes.
So what?
Now give
Just
it to
wait,
me.
and we're gonna give you verses.
Okay,
It's a
I'm
fool.
waiting. I'm waiting.
It's a fool, my
He
brother.
gave you the verse.
Okay, he's gonna repeat it.
You see now? They have already given. He doesn't even know. Hello. We as a Muslim, listen, we're gonna give you a lot. He doesn't even know.
Repeat, say it in English.
You see now? You don't even know your book in your own language, and you're not even
He's
ashamed.
talking about the Quran.
Do you know your book in Hebrew? You don't even know, and you're not even ashamed.
We never
Can
claimed
you
it.
read it in
We
it?
never
Okay.
claimed to be. You
Now
claim you
I'm
know
going to
Arabic.
wait. I'm going to give you an Arabic Quran. I want you to read it.
Hello, listen.
Yeah, give him.
You
Give him.
think?
Give
I
him.
don't think
Give him.
Come on.
My brother,
Don't
that's
go
the
to English.
that's the reason why.
See?
Hello. Let me finish.
Go to...
So now go.
Go to... Read the Arabic. Don't read the English.
Hello, let me finish. That's the reason why our book has let me
so you don't know it.
Let me finish. It doesn't even know what he's saying.
Where does it say Gabriel?
Which
Where's
Gabriel brought down into your heart, O Prophet, so that you may...
Where's the Arabic
No,
word?
that's not in the Arabic.
That's in
That's
Arabic.
no. Show me. Wait, okay, my friend.
Doesn't say
No.
I
It
know
doesn't say the name
Arabic.
Gabriel.
That's Gabriel.
Does it say the name?
That's Gabriel.
No.
That's Gabriel.
Show us the word in Arabic.
Show me in the Quran where it says the Holy Spirit.
Yeah,
No. It doesn't say the name Gabriel there.
How do you
like
know?
a
No. How do you know?
It's light.
How do you know?
It's light.
Assumption.
How do you know? That's Gabriel.
That's not in the Arabic.
Messiah English.
Yeah,
No,
in the
show us
Arabic.
in the
You read Arabic. Get the Arabic.
What's the best?
Get the Arabic.
What's the best? What's the best?
I know it's not in Arabic.
Messiah, Jesus.
Yeah, what's the best?
Jesus. Messiah, the word Messiah, it doesn't say Jesus in it, but it means Jesus. Same way, Ar-Ruh
Show
al-Amin.
me.
That's Gabriel. That's Gabriel.
Ar-Ruh al-Amin refers to
Show me
Gabriel.
where it
Same way Messiah refers to Jesus.
Assumption. So show me the verse.
Is it Jibril? We can give you verses.
Give me the verse.
Man kana Ibrahim.
Don't give me assumption. Give me a clear cut verse.
Who is the one
Now, my
brought
friend.
Quran to your
My
heart?
friend. This is
That's
why.
his job.
Let me give you.
We will give you verses. Don't
Wait.
worry.
Now, when you say Nabi Sai went to Luke, the reason why, let me explain to you.
Have you ever read Luke 1?
The reason why.
Have you read Luke 1?
Can I finish?
Have you read Luke 1?
Can I finish?
كل من كان عدوا
Where does it say Gabriel?
That's
Jibril. That's Jibril.
Which is
That's
Gabriel.
Jibril. He doesn't even know.
Is it the same verse?
Hold on.
You are
No,
talking
it's not the
rubbish.
same verse.
No, it is really.
It's Jibril.
Wait. Oh, he's gone to a different. Yes, wait. Let me read
Read
the
it.
verse.
Yes.
Do you know Arabic?
Oh, no.
Wait. No, he's gone to a different
Okay,
verse.
do you want me?
Wait,
Okay.
let me explain. You brought up a different verse from him.
No, you say
It's not the
not
same.
this one.
He'll give you a
that's
verse.
why,
The guy
that's why
before.
in the verse he's brought, I said, where does it say
Do you want me
Gabriel?
to let you hear it
Wait,
better?
Wait.
Let it read.
So it says,
He's already ashamed of himself.
It says, say whoever is an enemy to Gabriel.
Gabriel, yes.
For he brings down.
That's Gabriel in English.
Wait,
which is
oh,
Arabic.
wait. It doesn't even say revelation. It says he brings to your heart.
Now you talk about Jibril, now you change it.
Wait.
You ask of Jibril. They give you Jibril now.
Let me finish. You are stupid, but I'll tell you why.
They give you Jibril or
I'll
not?
tell you why.
They give you Jibril or
I'll
not?
tell everyone why. Because it says in Revelation in the brackets, so it tells you that the word revelation is not in the Arabic.
But
So it says it. Wait.
You asked Jibril or not?
Wait.
Why did you ask in the first place?
Let me finish. So this verse, it says
You asked
whoever.
Jibril.
Wait. It's this verse in the Arabic says whoever is an enemy to Jibril, for he brings down to the heart by Allah's will. It doesn't say the Quran, but they put in Arabic. They put, wait. They put in brackets Revelation because it doesn't say it in the Arabic. So I said, give me.
No.
Right. I'll complete.
You talk about Jibril.
Wait.
I will. It's transgression.
Wait. Now.
Complete it now.
Okay.
What
So it
does
says
this
whoever.
revelation-
Wait. Okay. What went before and the guidance and the glad tidings for those who believe. Now. Wait. Now, according to your hadith, we're in the cave. Did the angel that visited him?
No, there is.
Wait, answer the question.
No, there is differences now.
Wait, yes,
There is differences now. When he met him in the cave, that is the first time that he came.
Right.
And then he held him. He held him. Peace upon him. And he said to him, Iqra.
Was it in his heart?
Okay? No.
So what is this talking about
No.
then?
He's
So what was
talking
brought to his
about
heart?
generally
Right.
when, I don't know the name in the English, the wahi. When the wahi comes to him.
Was it in his heart?
Normally there is no Gabriel. He's not
No,
seeing
it's
it.
always Gabriel.
He's Gabriel.
No,
it's
every
Gabriel.
time, yes.
But he's
listening to the verses,
Right.
and you know, he's closing his eyes, too hard for him. That's the communication.
Why it wasn't in his
It's
heart?
not always.
Because this said it brought to his heart. So
Yeah,
this is not.
that's
this is not
generally
talking
the
about
Quran.
No,
That's
the
how
Bible
the
was
wahi
told
comes to us.
He was told to recite the Quran. That's talking about something
No.
different. That's
you're
why I
right.
said don't give me ambiguous.
You
Give me
are
clear
giving
cut.
questions. First
I'm asking
question.
a question.
You said, where is Gabriel in your book?
He's the one who
I gave you the proof that Gabriel was communicating with the
Because
Prophet.
yes, I don't.
Okay,
No,
so
wait,
we
I'm
get it
saying,
from the same guy.
No, because I said to you, give me a clear cut verse where the Quran says that Angel Gabriel was the one who visited Muhammad.
That's it.
They give you Jibril.
Let me finish. And gave him the Quran.
He's
You
ashamed.
gave me a verse where it says he brings to your heart.
What?
Now we know in the
He bring what?
cave. We know in the cave. He was
here.
told to recite.
He bring what?
It wasn't brought to his heart. Okay.
How?
Now,
Do the second what? They give you the best.
That's the word by word, if you want it.
They are ignorant. Forget them. Christians are first already. No, listen. Is him? No. They are not gone. Is him?
Yeah.
Christians.
Come on. I've got to go.
That God is human being. And he died. How? And you still believe in that? You're so useless. How can you believe that the God come down, beaten by his own creation, to die?
You haven't even shown me that from Gabriel.
We'll give you the best, my brother.
You haven't.
Yeah, you have to ignore
I can
it.
give you verses. I can give you a lot of verses.
If this is the verse that you gave
We
me,
can give you a
yeah?
lot of
Yeah,
verses.
I give him.
Wait, now answer my question. Does it say in the cave? Wait, let me answer my question. In the cave, whatever demon visited Muhammad, I don't believe it.
Okay, that's what we give you.
It's like me saying Jesus
That's what
visited, was
It's
visited
like
by
you saying
demons.
Paul is a liar and
I
deceiver.
am
not.
It's like you saying to me
A
that
liar, but I never said demon.
We told him.
but you said he's a liar and
A liar
deceiver.
and demon is
He's
not
not
the
a
same.
liar and deceiver.
But it's not
He's
demon.
not a liar and deceiver. He's not
I
Paul.
can use that word
and then
as
I can
well.
use that as
I
well.
can use that
And I
word.
can use that word.
Okay,
If
shall
you
we
say that
use-
about Paul,
so
I'll
shall
say
we
that.
divide the topic then?
No.
If you
no.
want, I can.
We know.
No.
I can do that.
We know
the same
Paul
way.
is an imposter. Listen to me.
We know
And
that.
If you want,
I prove
no,
from
if you
your
want,
book.
if you,
No, wait.
wait. Sit right.
Too many
Patient.
people.
If you only finish,
Yeah.
me and you can debate 3 minutes.
No,
Wait.
I've got to go. That's why next week.
See, why is he running away?
Run away.
I said,
Always you be run away from me.
no,
This
no,
man is a liar.
I'm gonna prove. I had the debate with you.
Standing
No,
here
no,
for
no, no, no,
last
no, no,
1 hour,
no,
and now they're saying
Listen
Israel is
to me.
So don't tell me I ran away.
No,
Because I've debated
I'll
you
prove
before.
to you. We are set up
I
that.
said not today.
We don't know it. We don't set up that. Paul is an imposter.
I said not
And I
today
will
because I
prove.
don't have time.
No, yes.
But I've debated. You said I
No,
ran
no,
away.
no.
But I've
Yes.
debated you before.
Yes. You know-
So I don't need to.
My brother.
Now he lied.
Even
Today
Paul
he
said
lied
that he
about
wrote
God
code
in
word
the
in the
Bible.
book.
You lied about
Just
God in
like
the
you
Bible.
lie.
No.
Yeah, when you say out about the Bible.
What you
Stick
said.
to Jibril.
Do you know what you said
Is
about
this
the
your
God?
phone? Oh, this is yours, isn't it?
You know,
Stick to Jibril.
I know, we know that
Stick to
one.
Jibril.
Do you know about God?
Wait, stick
You
to
lied about
Jibril.
God.
Stick
No,
to
that one we
Jibril.
already discussed.
Now,
No, that one I already
now,
discussed. I'm
this is
asking
the
you.
verse. No. Look.
No,
This is
I'm
the
not
verse you
discussing about
brought.
the same thing.
You
Now
see?
it's your time.
No, you don't.
I
You
already
can't
answered.
answer.
Did I not answer
I'm
already?
answering you about the
I'm not
verse.
repeating. I'm not
Look,
repeating.
This is why you don't want to listen. You just want to talk.
You see?
He's not listening. He's not listening.
If I say the Messiah, does that mean I'm referring to Jesus? People can have names and titles.
No. I'm asking. No. Wait. I'm asking. First, you have to prove it. So, for example,
Listen.
Wait.
He's
First,
asking me a
let me
question.
answer your
Wait. Brother,
My friend.
No, come talk to me. Come talk to me.
One second.
No, talk to me. I'm here.
I will.
I'm here.
I will.
Why do you go to him? I'm here.
I'm going to answer him quickly.
Why are you not allowing you to speak?
I'm going to answer him quickly. So first, you would have to prove that any time it refers to the Messiah. Wait. Let me answer the question. Listen. Wait, Siraj. Wait. I'm going to debate.
I'm here. You're making no sense. Look.
You're running away from me.
No, I'm finishing this.
No. Last time you said the same thing. I'm going home.
Wait.
So when I say I'm going to show you proof,
Okay.
you don't run away from me.
Siraj,
Now
are you
here,
going to answer the question?
I got someone here.
You want to
He
divert?
Wait, I'm not
because
diverting.
the
I'm
reason
saying
why
the
I'm
same
asking,
topic.
the reason why I'm saying assumptions, because wait, you see, you're not listening.
You already talked about that.
5 seconds. No one interrupts. Paperboy Siraj. No one interrupts.
He's not answering.
Okay.
Just talk.
Right.
That's it.
Now, the reason why I'm asking him for a clear verse, because every
Talk
week.
to him.
Time for me.
Yeah, I'm
No,
not
I
really
want time.
talking.
Time. Please, time.
Talk to him. You can have a conversation. You can have a
Yeah,
conversation.
look, I think this is the back of his head.
Take him time as a thing. Yeah.
Time. Please, time. Time for me, yeah? Time for me.
Just let him talk.
Let him talk.
Okay,
Okay.
I will let you
Each other.
Okay,
No
let you
interruption.
So,
Okay, let
The reason why I'm asking for a clear-cut verse, because week in, week out, he goes to the Bible and he asks for specific wording, clear-cut verses. Otherwise, what does he say? Assumption.
Yeah.
So I'm asking him for a very clear-cut verse using his own criteria, where it says explicitly, no assumption, where it says Angel Jibril was the one who visited Muhammad and was the one who gave him the Quran. I don't want I don't want ambiguous verses or say I don't want assumption. I want a clear-cut verse. Respond.
I already answered this question. He's got here the verse here.
Right.
And many verses I was about to give, but the prayer time was arrived,
Okay,
so
read
I had
this
to
verse.
go. So here the verse is here. The Arabic is here. It's very clear. Everyone, all Arabic speakers know this verse. What does it mean?
So you can
It
line
says,
up.
wait. قل من كان عدوا لجبريل فإنه نزله على قلبك بإذن الله.
Be quiet. Okay.
So here it says, "Oh Muhammad, say, anyone who is the enemy of Angel Jibril, فإنه him, Angel Jibril, فإنه."
It doesn't say Muhammad.
Wait, فإنه here.
Where's Muhammad?
No, قل, when you hear this word, قل means say, because Quran was revealed to Prophet Muhammad.
Yeah, but it doesn't say Muhammad. Yeah, but I'm just saying.
So where's the word?
No interruption.
No, I won't interrupt.
Before I go to that one, do you know who's the teacher of Prophet Muhammad?
No, go on.
According to Quran.
Thank you.
According to Quran itself, do you know who's the teacher of Prophet
Finish
Muhammad?
and I'll respond.
Okay.
No interruption.
I'm asking. Okay, I'm asking. Who's the teacher of Prophet Muhammad according to Quran?
That's not a question.
Do you know
Tell
it?
me.
Do you know it?
You tell me.
You don't know, yes?
You tell
So,
me.
okay, now you was asking me, show me where Allah said Angel Jibril is the one who used to come to Prophet Muhammad and reveal the Quran unto him. I was giving you many verses, and now I'm telling you, I will show you where Allah said the teacher of Prophet Muhammad is Angel Jibril. Wait. Angel Jibril is the teacher himself. Allah said, not me. And the author of the Quran is Allah. The teacher is Angel Jibril of Prophet Muhammad. And our teacher is Prophet Muhammad. I can give you references all that from the Quran. I can give you.
That's what
But
I'm
now
asking
let me
you.
come to the, I can give you the numbers.
Yeah, you starting on this one.
This one is one of them.
Okay,
No,
go
yes,
on.
wait. Here it says, قل من كان عدوا. قل, oh say, oh Prophet Muhammad, man kana, whoever, عدوا is enemy. Jibril, an enemy to Angel Jibril. فإنه Jibril, this فإنه, him, Angel Jibril, I cannot say him or she, Angel according to Islam. Okay, نزله, reveals على قلبك, he reveals على قلبك, on your
what is
heart.
قلبك?
Wait.
On the heart.
He reveals on your heart.
Okay.
What? The Quran. Wait, I'm giving you another verse.
Wait.
The
Jump
Quran,
in.
wait.
Jump in.
Wait.
Jump in.
Sir,
Wait.
Did you allow me to speak?
Okay, go on.
I'm
I
teaching
did
you.
say-
I'm
I
teaching
didn't
you the
finish. I didn't
Quran.
finish. I
I'm
did
teaching
say-
you the
okay,
Quran.
go on.
You ask me.
Okay, finish.
So here, what Allah has revealed.
No interruptions.
Wait, what Allah has revealed to Prophet Muhammad and Angel Jibril to Prophet Muhammad, here he doesn't say what is it. He's asking me where it says is about Prophet Angel Jibril revealed the Quran unto Prophet Muhammad. In this verse, he doesn't say the word Quran. So he wants the word Quran. So let me go give you the
Now, let me respond till you finish.
Okay, wait.
Now.
So many verses.
He's going to go to...
I'm giving you the verse. Here now,
No interruptions.
here, the verse Allah approved, the one used to come to Prophet Muhammad was Angel Jibril. And Angel Jibril used to reveal the revelation into the heart of Prophet Muhammad. Clearly, we know what revelation is that. And here now, I'm giving you many verses.
Wait, before you go on to the...
Let him finish. Let him respond. Let me.
No, because you're going on to the next one. No, but he's going on to the next one.
I know you're going to lose tonight.
No.
Because I'm going to ask you same questions from your Bible. I'm going to ask you same questions from his Bible.
Yeah, but let him go to the next verse. Let me refute the first one. And then go to the next one.
They're all together. You wait. Be patient. No, only one, even 10 verses until you say.
I'm giving you many verses.
Hellfire is space.
Now,
Let him go.
yeah, but
I'm
he's
giving you
looking.
many verses.
Whilst he finds it, let me respond.
I
now,
want you to go to
now,
chapter, no,
now,
I want him to
wait,
go to chapter 75.
Find it. Find it, and then so I'm going to respond by the time you find it. You can respond. Right. So now, he said in this verse it says it was revealed to his heart. Contradiction. Why? Because in the verse in the hadith where it says that there was an angel that revealed it, it told him Ikra. It wasn't revealed in his. It wasn't put in his heart. So now contradiction. Because the Quran. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Find the verse.
Please let me speak. You speak. Finish. I will let you
now,
speak. I'll teach him.
the verse clearly says it was Gabriel who brought down to your heart. It doesn't say what was to your heart. When we look at the hadith in the cave, what do we see? He was told to recite. It doesn't say in the hadith anything was put in his heart. All he did is hear the message and he recites it. So either it's a contradiction or it's not talking about the Quran.
Wait.
You are really
Look here.
What does on his heart?
Wait. In his heart. In his heart.
Now,
On his heart. On his heart.
wait. Now, this is why. Wait. I'll let him respond. But this is why I asked for a clear-cut verse, because when he goes to the Bible, he does exactly the same.
He's not
So
listening.
that's why I said don't give me assumptions.
Let me speak.
That's why I said don't give me assumptions. Give me
No, wait.
clear-cut
Let me
verse.
speak.
You want an exact word, he also wants an exact word.
I want exact words. I don't want assumptions.
Look, the verse said, wait. The verse said, فَإِنَّهُ نَزَّلَهُ عَلَى قَلْبِكَ.
Really hard to read.
Wait. Allah said, Angel Jibreel reveals. The word Allah used in Arabic, wait. The word Allah used here in Arabic, Allah is approving the Quran from heaven. Allah has sent down the word Allah used in the Arabic. Let me tell you one thing. The Arabic is the only language you cannot translate into another language word by word. Wait, I'm proving you now. The word Allah used here is anzala or nazalahu, whatever. That word means from Allah has sent down. Okay, he said contradiction. I don't see any contradiction here. Angel Jibreel used to come to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He used to teach him Prophet Angel Jibreel used to teach the Quran Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. By teaching him, Angel Jibreel was revealing. Wait, here, it's here. I'm just using the verse.
Okay, go on.
By teaching him. By teaching him. By teaching him. Wait. By teaching him.
Because he's preaching now. He's preaching.
You need to teach. You need to learn.
I'm
Yeah,
explaining.
he said he was going to go to the next verse.
Wait. Please wait.
No, he knows exactly
How many Qurans are there?
No, wait, please do not distract. Please do not distract. Do not distract. Him is the question is asking. There's no contradiction here. Angel Jibreel used to come and visit Prophet Muhammad and used to teach him Quran. That's why Allah said Angel Jibreel used to reveal the revelation onto Prophet,
by choking
onto
him.
heart,
choking
onto
him.
the heart. It's clear.
I said clear cut verse.
Okay,
You're
now
just making assumptions.
look.
Okay, go on.
The author of look. Angel Jibreel is the teacher of Prophet Muhammad. Is Angel Jibreel. Quran 69 verse 40-42. Again, 75.
Yeah, read it.
16. You go for it.
Okay.
I want him to go.
He's saying,
Now I'm asking him same question where in the
You haven't
Bible it says,
answered it.
wait. I'm asking same question. He's asking me silly question, and I'm asking that question back to him. Show me in the Bible where Angel Jibreel said, I was Angel Jibreel, the one who used to reveal the revelation, all the books of prophets in the Bible to them.
Lamin,
Or God said,
educated
or
what
God
we
said,
believe.
oh wait.
We don't believe
Wait,
that.
no,
Please
we don't believe
tell
that.
him.
Wait, I'm
Tell
asking
him.
another question.
Tell him,
Wait,
Lamin,
let me
we don't
finish.
believe that.
Let me finish. And again, I want where in the Bible it says God Himself said, I'm the one who inspired the Bible by myself. I want word by word. He doesn't have it. But me.
What was the verse of the Quran?
I can show you.
Don't divert. Go to what was the verse that you wanted me to read?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, what was the verse? Here's my Quran, so I want to read it.
Yeah, I want you to go Quran 69, 40, 42.
69, 40.
42, 75, 16. Start with that one. 75, 16, 19. I want you to start with that one.
42, you mean?
No, 42.
it says
69.
75, 16,
69.
75. Yeah, but that one we talked about. That one is this one we talked about. That one.
Okay, which one?
75.
75.
16.
16.
Yes.
What verse?
16.
Oh, okay.
And now I'm asking you, I want word by word where God of the Bible said,
So
I'm
it
the one
says,
who
so it
inspired
says,
all the prophets of the Bible.
So it says,
That's what I want
so it says,
Don't
move
forget
not
that
your
one.
tongue with it.
Yes.
O Muhammad, to hasten with it.
Yes.
Recitation of the Quran.
Okay.
Did anyone
Okay,
hear the
carry on.
me-
Carry on, what is
to,
this?
to what?
Read all the other two.
The two verses. So 16, 17, and 18.
Yeah.
So it says, move not your tongue to hasten with it. Indeed, upon us is its collection and its recitation. So when we have recited it, then follow its recitation.
Okay, now
so
again.
where does it
wait.
a clear-cut verse
Read
that
Arabic. Read Arabic.
Wait.
اتبع القرآن.
Okay,
You're
wait.
reading an English translation.
Here is saying, look,
Look,
you're reading translation, let me explain to you. Here is saying the teacher is Angel Jibril.
Where does it say
He's
Jibril?
teaching Prophet,
Where
Angel
does it-
Jibril
where's
is
the
teaching
name?
Prophet Muhammad.
Where's the name
I just
Jibril?
give you the other verses. فَإِنَّهُ نَزَّلُ عَلَى قَلْبِكَ. And this one, Quran explains one another.
Jumping, assumption. What are you talking about?
Assumption.
Look,
Quran,
here.
Look. Do you have any verse from your book where it says God inspired all the
assumption.
verses?
You see, you haven't
Wait.
shown me anything.
Look. I give you verses, but I
It
want
says,
to know.
move not your tongue to hasten with it. Indeed, upon us is its collection and its recitation. So when we have recited it, then follow its recitation.
I give you
So
Where is the Quran? If that's what you want to
Show me in the Bible where God said, I'm the one who inspired the Bible.
You are
You have the Bible.
I said,
I give you,
you are jumping.
I give you a verse from the Quran. Angel Jibril used to come to Prophet Muhammad. And hadith. Okay.
The Arabic doesn't say Jibril.
Wait.
Yeah, but I said Jibril. I said show where it said the Quran
Wait,
was
brother,
revealed by Jibril.
Wait. I give him the verse. I give him the verse already, but he's denying. Don't worry.
Where is this Quran?
I give him the verse.
Let's look at it
Chapter 2,
again.
I give you already. Wait, don't divert. Now it's your
No,
turn.
you haven't
Now
answered.
it's your turn.
No, you haven't
Look,
answered.
Wait.
You have failed the challenge.
Can you show me
You
in
have
the
failed the
Bible
challenge.
where God of the Bible,
this
you have
you
the
have failed the
Bible?
challenge.
Why are you asking me silly question when you don't have it in your Bible?
you are dealing with the same
You don't
logic.
have. You
You
don't
You
have
have
in your
failed.
Bible.
He has failed.
Listen,
He has lost the
I
debate.
proved to you.
And I have to
I
go.
proved to him the
You have lost
Bible
the debate.
was not inspired
You
by
have not
God.
given a
I proved
clear-cut
him.
verse
I
where it
proved
says
him.
Jibril
Show me in the
was the
Bible
one.
where God of the Bible said. Wait.
Can I answer?
Show me in the Bible.
There's
Wait.
Jibril here.
Can I answer?
Wait, I give him that verse. He doesn't want to.
It doesn't say Jibril. It says it was revealed to the
Jibril,
heart. To
Jibril.
the heart.
Listen to the heart.
It said
Okay,
Jibril.
reveal what? On to the
What?
on.
Exactly
On
what?
heart.
Exactly.
Reveal what?
Assumption.
Listen, look here.
I said show me where it says the
Read
Quran.
here.
Where is the Quran?
Read
Where does it say Quran?
in Arabic.
Assumption.
No, read in English words. What is
Yes,
it?
it says whoever.
No, read in English words.
Jibril
Yes.
is here.
In Arabic,
revealing.
yeah. No, read it here. In Arabic, it's English
I'm
word.
giving him the
but
verse
it's
in
not
the
the
transliteration.
Yeah, that's what I say.
Why?
Because you can see Jibril here. Look, Jibril.
Yes,
Why
that's
the fuck
fine.
Jibril?
I know.
No, remember
wait,
you asked Jibril
yes,
first.
let me respond.
No. You asked Jibril first.
Yeah, let me show you. Let me show you through your phone. Look,
You asked Jibril first.
yes, look,
And there's Jibril there.
Look at your phone.
What does it say?
It says, you see,
No, read it
wait,
in Arabic.
wait,
Read
Let
it
him
in
the
Arabic.
Arabic.
wait, let me show you something.
It's up to you.
Read the Arabic.
Look,
I want you to read
Jibril.
Arabic.
Jibril.
Wait,
Chinese?
Who's Jibril?
Can you read Chinese? No, it's written in
Can you read Chinese?
This verse mentions
Doesn't make any sense. If you don't know Arabic, why you want to know?
Man, remember,
wait,
your first claim was that where's Jibril, that's what you said.
Come on.
No,
I was yes.
No, I said,
Your first claim is that where's the word Jibril, that's what you said.
no, it wasn't the one. No, my question
Your
was,
first claim was where's the word Jibril in the Quran, that's what you
that's
said.
not what my question
That's
was.
what you said.
I said where it says Jibril was the one who revealed the Quran.
What does it say?
here.
Oh,
Not
no.
the
the
word
exact
Jibril.
What does it say?
So now,
Why do you want to extend that?
now you see, here it says revelation, yes?
What's the revelation?
I'm asking you.
What's the
Now,
revelation?
What's the
What's the
revelation?
revelation?
What's the revelation?
What's
What's the
the revelation?
Let me
revelation?
finish.
Oh, get boy,
Let me
get
finish.
the point.
What's
What's the
Now,
revelation?
revelation
Is what?
Let's just say it's the
What is
Quran.
In
it?
Islam.
Oh,
Wait,
It doesn't even know what to say.
wait. Now, wait, listen, wait.
What is the
Now,
revelation?
wait, let me finish. Now, let's for argument's sake.
It's not argument.
Wait, let's just say it's the
Man, go back and
Quran.
read your book.
Here's the problem, it's in brackets, so it's not in
There's
the...
no bracket here. Look at it. Look
Wait,
at here.
let me finish. Let me finish. Patience.
I said-
Wait, let me finish.
I can't help this
Let
man.
me respond my point. Let me finish my point. Now,
No, read from here,
wait,
from here.
wait, let me finish. Now, I said, let's for argument's sake hear revelation.
There's no bracket here.
Wait, what's that?
What?
There's
So
brackets.
what they say?
So when it says in brackets, it means it's not in the Arabic.
So
that's
go-
what I'm
go-
saying.
go to Arabic
wait,
now.
wait,
Go to
wait,
Arabic.
Wait, let me finish.
Go to Arabic
wait,
now.
Wait, let me finish.
I'll give you even English
wait,
words.
Wait. So I'm saying, for argument's sake, let's just say this is the Quran. But because it's in brackets, it's not in the Arabic, so you cannot assume, it becomes an assumption that it's the Quran.
Read the Arabic
So I
now.
said,
I'll
give me
help you.
clear.
Listen,
Right.
this is an listen.
Assumption.
Assumption.
That's
My
why
brother.
they put in
My brother.
brackets revelation.
Your first thing
because
is
the
that-
how it becomes a problem.
Okay, why is
with the
revelation
own
in
logic.
brackets?
Listen.
Why is revelation in brackets? Answer the
Let me
question.
finish. I'll give you a lot of verses. I'll give you a lot of verses if you want. Open your book.
No,
No,
I asked you
stay
a
with
simple
this.
question. Why is revelation in brackets?
Because talk about
In
the Quran.
English.
Because
No,
Quran is the
because in
revelation.
Arabic
It
it's
is not
not
in the
doesn't say
passage.
revelation.
What's the Quran? What's the Quran? What is the Quran according to you?
I'm
Where is
saying
the
to
Quran?
you,
That is not the
listen,
question.
no,
Where is
let
the
me
Quran
answer,
mentioned
let me
there?
answer.
What is the
Let me
Quran?
answer.
That is not the question.
Wait,
Where is the
question
Quran in the
is-
What
passage?
is revelation?
My
What
friend,
is
you
that?
can't answer.
Show us.
Wait,
Where is the
let me
Quran?
answer. Let me answer. Let me answer.
This man claims something.
No, let me
Because-
answer. Wait,
He
wait.
said, what is Jibril?
No, let me answer.
Why is the word revelation in
Wait,
brackets?
wait,
I give
wait.
it in Arabic. That's why I give
Wait,
you
wait.
that.
Not in the
Brother,
Arabic.
wait.
That's
Read
the
it.
word.
Let me read.
You can't read Arabic, so how do you know?
I give you in Arabic
Wait,
letters in English.
Wait.
Okay, wait. Show me in Arabic.
Shall I show you?
I'll give you transliteration.
Give it. Okay, in the transliteration, show me the word revelation. Go on. Show me
I will give-
which one.
I
Wait.
will-
Bring your phone. Which one is
You
revelation?
are doing
Show
like
me.
a child here.
No, I'm asking you a simple question. You brought this
I
verse
said,
to me.
let
Show
me
me.
open
Show me
for
the
you.
word revelation. Look. Show me. Show me the.
What's the revelation?
look.
What's the revelation?
You brought me the. You
No,
brought me the
what's the revelation?
transliteration. My friend,
I'll
you
give-
brought me
you tell me what is the
transliteration.
I said one revelation
You
in
brought me
Arabic.
the transliteration. Just show me the
What's the
transliteration of
revelation?
revelation.
So, Surah 2.
I'm asking you a
that's
simple
seven.
Shall I?
wait,
No.
I'm asking you a
Brother,
simple question.
let
Show
me
me
give
the.
you-
I'll give it to you now.
Brother, wait.
Surah 297.
Look.
Why did you bring me the
Look.
transliteration?
No. Let me give you.
There's no English in the Quran.
I will teach him Arabic. He doesn't know Arabic. Look.
Yes.
Surah
He don't know,
297.
no, he doesn't know Arabic. I'll teach him Arabic.
There's no English words
The
in the
word
Quran.
here in Arabic.
That's the reason why they are so,
Allah
Christians are so confused.
is
Because they read English instead of
Okay, my
Aramaic
question to you,
or
what did
Hebrew.
Allah reveal?
That's why they're so
What
confused.
did Jibril reveal to the Prophet?
You tell us.
What did he reveal?
Tell us
What's
what
he revealing?
assumption.
Yo, my brother, you know what?
Don't
You
give me
know
assumptions.
it.
Okay,
Don't give me
wait.
assumptions.
Wait, wait.
I want a
Okay.
clear-cut verse.
Can you go
You know
Revelation
what I mean?
1:1? I'm showing you a simple
Quran is
example.
not like your
Go
pornography
to
book.
Revelation 1:1.
No, forget the Bible.
Can you go to Revelation
The Bible.
1:1?
No,
Ah,
the
he doesn't want
The
it.
Bible.
I know
you don't
I
want
can
it.
give them
No,
verses.
No, I'm
no,
showing
The
you
Bible
this
said that
exactly.
I
if you
want
marry a
the
wife
Quran.
and she's not a virgin,
Look,
you have to kill her.
I want a clear-cut verse, not assumption.
listen. One
I want clear-cut verse, not assumption.
Lies down, wait.
We'll not leave it. We'll not leave it.
Sit down.
We'll not leave it.
You people, you always go to Christians and ask
My brother.
specific
Your
words.
book say that your book has been changed. You want to give me
All the best. I'm asking
You want to
you
give me the verses? I can give you verses.
All the best.
I know your book more than you.
And your book was written by God.
I'm asking one simple question. Show me in the Bible where God of the Bible said, I'm the one who inspired the Bible. Do you have any verse?
Let us deal with this.
Not assumption.
Because Muslim people
Look.
always come here
Look,
and ask
always.
Christian people, where did Jesus say in exact word, I am God, worship me?
Okay.
With the same logic we are
Okay.
asking, where is the word says Quran?
Jesus.
In the words.
Wait.
With the words. We are using the same logic.
Okay, wait. I'm asking you the same logic. You want me to use your Bible? I will use your Bible. Shall I use your Bible? Shall I speak? Huh?
Did Jesus speak English?
That's making the wrong
Did
revelation.
Jesus speak in Greek?
And it is
Did Jesus speak in Greek?
You speak in Arabic?
Did Jesus speak no,
Did
did
he
he?
speak
No,
in
wait,
Arabic?
no.
No,
Did he speak Greek?
keep quiet.
Okay, did he speak in Greek? Wait. Did he speak in Greek?
He spoke in Greek.
Greek, where?
Because-
Where? Show me the
because-
because assumption.
Let me answer. No, let me speak.
Go on. Jesus was an Israeli.
Did Jesus speak in
Was
Arabic?
Jesus an Israeli?
Did Jesus speak in Arabic?
Was Jesus an Israeli?
Did Jesus kiss Blackstone?
Did he speak?
Did Jesus speak?
Did he speak?
Blackstone?
No.
Did Jesus bow to Blackstone?
Wait.
Did Jesus?
Jacob
Did
kissed
Jesus-
Jacob kissed a stone.
Did
The
Jesus?
Bible is your book.
Did Jesus kiss the
Jesus,
Blackstone?
Jacob
Did Jesus
kissed
kiss
a
the
stone.
Blackstone?
Jesus-
Did Jesus kiss the Blackstone?
Jacob kissed a
Did Jesus
stone.
bow down to Kaaba?
Jesus-
Did Jesus speak in
Jesus-
Arabic? No.
No, listen.
Zero.
What you trying to say?
Jacob
Jacob
said
kissed.
Jesus is your.
Jacob kissed a stone. You know that? Jacob kissed a stone. Do you know that in the Bible?
The way you are recording.
Do you know that? Jacob kissed a stone. You kiss your wife. What's wrong with kissing?
I kiss my wife because I'm married with you. You kiss the stone.
So Jacob married.
Are you married with the stone?
Okay.
Did you marry with the stone?
Okay. Did Jacob marry to the stone?
I kiss my wife.
Okay. Did
because
Jacob
I am married with her.
Wait.
Do you marry? Did you marry with the black stone? Did you marry with the black stone?
Did Jacob?
marry with the black stone?
Did Jacob marry the stone in the Bible? He kissed a stone. Go land. Jacob kissed a stone in the Bible.
So you
Go
condemn
land.
Jacob.
Oh.
So
So what?
you
Did
condemn
he
Jacob.
marry?
So you
Did
should
he
condemn
marry?
Muhammad also
Did he
for
marry?
the black stone.
Oh, Jacob.
Or
No.
you condemn the black stone.
Jacob was a
Condemn
bad.
Muhammad.
So is Jacob a bad person? Go land your Bible.
Come here.
The Bible is
I can teach you your Quran. You should leave.
I swear, Jesus is a Muslim. Jesus is a Muslim.
Oh.
Isa alayhi salam.
Jesus was a Christian.
Was he a
Christian?
No.
Jesus was a Jew.
He was a Jew. Yes.
He practiced Judaism.
He was not a Muslim.
Okay.
Do you believe Jesus is a Jew? Do you believe Jesus is a Jew? Do you believe Jesus is a Jew?
I don't believe that.
You
believe
believe-
No,
You
believe-
just now
okay,
said Jesus is a
your
Jew.
point. Your point.
So Jesus is not a Muslim.
No, your
He's not a
point.
Muslim.
No, let me come to your point. Wait. Let me come to your point.
What happened? We're gonna have someone to talk.
Brother, even I want to advise. Mark, it's not going to benefit. Allah is not going to benefit. It's never going to anywhere. That's right, you were just in Speaker's Corner, you were hearing people here. The majority of Muslims I know, I go to Da'wah and Shepherd's Mission Center. I talk to the people, the non-Muslims about Islam. That is it. All I talk to the Christians about is not Quran. Wallahi, I don't even open the Bible. It's not a page of the Bible. Not a single page of the Bible. I'm not concerned with it. It's a lost scripture. It's not an original scripture. It's changed. It's in another language. I'm not concerned with it. I'm not going to argue with it. I'm not going to debate over it anymore. No one should be debating over it. Taqeed, la ilaha illallah. God is one. He deserves worship. Not all of the messengers preach the same thing, the same message. Jesus preached the same message. Abraham preached the same message. Muhammad preached the same message. As worshipping Allah upon ikhlas, upon sincerity, trusting Him alone, depending on Him alone, and not setting up a partner between Him and Allah. That is the message of Islam. The message of Islam is not the Bible. Not the Bible. The Old Testament is full. The thing is, you're going to bring the Old Testament and they're going to bring another verse and another verse and another verse and they're going to bring many people accepted Islam at the time of the Prophet
What's different now?
and Abu Bakr and they did not quote a verse from the Bible. One line they did not quote a
before the Council of Nicaea, before Arianism, and before modalism. All of the church fathers believed in the Trinity, but it wasn't until people attacked the Trinity that we hear the church fathers writing to defend the Trinity. I hope that answers your question. Any other questions? Any other questions?
You're arguing in English. Oh, you can't speak Arabic. No, I want to hear this. He said you can speak Arabic.
You say you're right. If they want to argue, sincere one. You're right. Sincere one. Yeah, you're right. What is your
What you believe? What he's saying? Because when he say to you,
he's going to your father, my father,
imagine,
your God, and
no,
my
imagine.
The Holy Spirit. That will give you a justified reason to believe the New Testament, the Gospel of John. The problem is, there's no support for the idea that the authors of the Gospels are inspired by God. No one has a right to say the Gospel made such a claim. That's a claim upon them by other people. They did it. There's the second thing, according to biblical scholars, the authors of the Gospel. Jesus the Christ, the Son of God. You don't know who authored Mark. Your flesh is not God. You don't actually know. And if you don't know who wrote something, you certainly can't say they were right. You know who they were. So the problem is the three premises that your reliance on the New Testament are actually false premises when you actually look at it. And when you realise that, so what I'm reading here now isn't written by people who witnessed it, isn't written by people who claim to be inspired by the Holy Spirit. Why do I believe it's true? The question is,
Jesus was one of them. Joshua the son of God, Joshua the high priest, Joshua the son of Eleazar, Joshua the son of they use those names.
I wrote
Why we get punished most, the Jewish people? Because they had the
very well publicized. To strengthen democracy and promote women's rights. That's what the $25 billion
but the us, we get us. When you see somebody and you like it, and we didn't do the right thing to get punished. He made us example to other people who and we did. And we asked, and we feel, if you admit your wrong,
We still have what she said. I wasn't going to say that.
you see,
and the Chinese will come and with the fact that they can just put money down wherever their government wants to. That's right.
So you're right in the middle. Yo, con esto yo.
That had massive budgets equal to millions of pounds.
No, I know they are the solution. You have to dive that move.
On those lands.
According to you, did God, did Jesus,
Christianity allowed the women
No, Adam, but he no.
Why you are so concerned about this?
Because it disproves your Quran. And you're just going around and round in circles. Of course.
Okay, he said here wajada, yeah?
Right.
The one you like.
Yeah.
2 times. He said here the found it disappeared in Ain Huma.
Right.
And also find
The
in
people.
that area
Right.
these people.
So now,
So how come the sun can be
thank you.
together with the people?
So now let me ask exactly. That's why the Quran's full. Because my thing.
It's not focused.
Let me ask you this question: did he find the people literally, or did he think he saw the people? Were the people literally there, or did he think he saw them but they weren't? Because the same use for the people is for the sun, but you're trying to say, oh, it appeared the sun was there. So did the people appear like they were there? So did he literally find the people? You see, because that's why you have to use different context for the sun and the people. But he found the people literally.
He believes in 3 gods.
No, he's telling me this sentence is difficult. I speak Arabic anyway. حتى إذا بلغ مغرب الشمس وجدها تغرب. He speak Arabic. Yeah? I know what does it mean.
Yeah, I know.
He said that the sun was
He has to
come
learn.
out of
No,
spring.
tell him he has to learn narrative speech. Tell him. This verse is about narrative speech.
Narrative.
Yes. Go learn what narrative speech is.
Narrative.
It's like you saying something, and I heard you saying that, and I'm telling someone else what you said. Yeah, let him learn.
So this is narrative verse, but every single verse in the Quran
We know
is
Arab.
not
No,
narrative.
this is a narrative.
Okay,
Look,
give me another verse.
What Moses said, look.
Everyone knows.
Give me
about
one
it.
more
The
verse
sun
in the
doesn't-
Quran
Mister,
that is
you
narrative.
wasted your time with nothing.
Give me
mister.
one more
Come
verse.
on.
Give me
You
one
believe in
verse.
3 gods. You
Give me
cannot
one
discuss with me
verse.
about Trinity.
Wait, okay.
You know yourself.
Wait. No, wait,
Look,
wait,
your
wait, wait,
basic,
wait.
basic
Let me-
religion.
okay,
Look,
let-
the main
okay,
part
wait,
of
so
Christianity. Look,
let me get you
the
busted,
main
Siraj.
part of Christianity,
Right.
the main part of Christianity is false.
Now, Siraj, let me ask you a question.
False.
Let me ask you a
3
question.
gods, I can prove
Let
it
me-
from his
let-
Bible.
Let me ask you a question.
The Holy
Let
Spirit
me-
is not
Let me
God.
ask you a
Jesus is
question.
not God.
Let me ask you a question.
He's
Let
talking
me ask you a
about
question.
nothing saying.
Let
Come
me ask
on.
you a question.
You coming up with this narrative speech.
You see,
Look,
you
look,
cannot
look,
answer
look.
question because you're defeated.
Look, Moses.
Let me ask you a question.
Whatever
You
Moses
see?
done. Look, let me give you an example.
Wait.
You know
No,
what
no.
narrative speech
Let me
is?
ask you a question.
You know what narrative speech is?
Now, our Christians,
what
our
narrative
Christians
speech is?
polytheists.
What?
If you say we believe in God, a 3 God, are we polytheists?
Yes.
Can Muslims marry polytheists?
What do you mean? Depends on the context. Some of them you can't.
Which polytheists?
Christians.
What polytheists? Huh?
Christians.
Aha. So what? You can marry Christian polytheists? No.
Yes. Ask me why.
Because the Quran doesn't believe they're polytheists.
No, do you know
Well,
context?
that's why
Wait.
it means you worship more than one God.
No, we
Wait,
can
no.
marry a Christian.
No,
you
listen
believe-
to my question was, in according to the Quran, can you marry polytheists?
Context.
You cannot.
No, let me answer.
But the
Mister,
Quran
you
says
have
you can
zero
marry
knowledge.
Christians.
Mister, you have
Right,
zero
because
knowledge.
the Quran
You
doesn't
want to discuss
consider them
with
as
me about
polytheists.
Christianity.
That's
Listen,
my point.
That they
You have
share,
zero
that they have
knowledge.
3 gods. Monotheism.
Zero knowledge.
Yes.
Okay, tell me what you know about
No,
Bible.
we can marry.
What do you know about Bible?
No, but that's what I'm saying.
Okay, tell me what you know
I
about
said-
Bible. Read one verse. Read one verse.
I'm married to
Read one verse from your
No,
Bible.
but listen to
John 1:1. Oh, so let me ask you now. Is God have? Does
Not
God
all
have
of them,
beginning? Does God have beginning?
What comes before
Right.
all
Oh,
That's why you
look here. Look here. Look. In the beginning. Look. In the beginning. According to your book, God does
And he's
not have
agreed with
beginning.
me.
He
He's
exposed
agreed
God.
with me.
Look,
He's agreed with me.
Look. What do you
He
mean?
refuted you.
What?
He said, yes.
I never said that.
Yes,
I said you can marry
because we're monotheists.
No,
Thank
no,
you very
no.
much.
No,
we're
he
not
doesn't.
monotheists.
No, he
we are
don't.
not
No,
polytheists.
you are
No, because you're contradiction in your Quran then. Contradiction. Yes.
There is no
Because if the Quran says you cannot, if the Quran says you cannot marry polytheists, but it says you can marry Christians, and the Christians are polytheists, contradiction. Contradiction. Don't answer my question.
No one's married you, don't worry.
No. You exposed a contradiction in the Quran. Yes.
What comes before beginning?
If the Quran says you cannot marry polytheists,
What comes
but
before
Christians are
beginning?
polytheists, then it's a
You
contradiction.
said,
In the beginning there was God and the
wait.
Word of God. Does that mean the Word of God and God together? Or there is 2 separate?
Wait.
You and your word.
God and Word of God.
Contradiction.
You and your word are same.
You just said that's contradiction.
Your word is different.
How can the Quran say?
Listen down.
No, you and your word. So if you're speaking to me, I can say you are speaking to me, or your word is speaking to me. What are you speaking, man? You and your word are one. You and your spirit is one.
God's Word,
God Father,
the
Spirit,
Son
and
is
one is
God.
one.
God created Jesus.
No. Where is Jesus? Get the point. No.
My wife is Christian. Is God. Do you believe in Quran, Mary? She believes in Moses. And she doesn't believe that Jesus is the
That's why I'm talking about Quran.
She believes Jesus is the Bible.
I'm asking because you
There's some people who don't believe
Oh,
God.
I'm married.
No, I'm telling you, I'm explaining to you. I'm explaining to you.
She is a monotheist.
Look, if you were idol worship, like statues, you know that. No, what I'm talking about. Those people, we cannot marry them. Like Hindu, we cannot marry them. But Christians, we can. Doesn't mean they're not polytheists. You need to get the point. Idol worshippers and Christians are way different.
Why?
Because you believe.
Are Christians going to hell?
Yes.
Are polytheists going to hell? So we're the same. Thank you very much.
But Jews are going to hell. Why?
I'll tell you why.
Why?
All non-Muslims are going to hell.
They're going to hell.
According to Quran.
So we're all the same?
Yeah, the same.
Jewish, you
but,
mean?
But
Contradiction.
the difference, you and Hindu, you have the scriptures, but you twist it, you corrupt it according to Quran, according to Allah. Because of that, Allah said the people of the book. Are they the people of the book? So that's the difference. Now you understand.
We'll continue because I've got to go.
Yeah.
I'll refute you next week.
Albanian, you don't have
How many people are coming by debunking that the life of the pastor?
It's not easy.
I'm not sure which.
They don't want anything to do with it.
Why did they support that? Sorry, why did on his
It wasn't a colony, it was had to stay like
I think the only one that's in the Bible.
South Pacific Islands to use as coaling stations because the Navy ran on coal. So that was what the whole concept of free people and why in the Spanish-American War we didn't just capture Cuba and Puerto Rico, we captured the Philippines.
She said to me that we shouldn't disagree with each other, right? We should be respectful. She's not even letting me speak, she's shouting at me.
Well, they're American.
You know why it's called that? Yes, it's called.
It's called work of Satan. Were the companions doing the work of Satan for a little while? Were they drinking?
When it comes forbidden,
No.
they stop.
No, but before they were drinking.
Not really, no.
No, the companions were drinking before it was banned. So Allah
Maybe
allowed.
okay.
So
Let
Allah
me
allowed.
agree with you.
Allah allowed the
Let me
work of
agree with
Satan.
you.
So Allah allowed the work of Satan for a little while.
I'll agree with you. I'll agree with you. Let's say if I come to you and you do 100 bad things, half of them is more evil than the other half. I will start with the worst half. I will tell you, don't do this, don't do that. And the small things, I will tell you later.
It's still a problem though, because if Allah says in the Quran that drinking wine, alcohol is the work of Satan, but he allowed the companions to do the work of Satan for a little while, and then when the Muslims go to paradise, they continue to do the work of Satan because they're allowed to drink wine, which doesn't get them drunk. They're still doing the work of Satan in paradise.
Okay, that's because if I come to you and I see you murdering people and throwing rubbish to the ground also, I will tell you to stop murdering people before I tell you to stop throwing rubbish to the ground.
Are you allowed to do the work of Satan in paradise?
Go one more time. No.
Are you allowed to drink wine in paradise?
Yes.
That's 590 of the Quran says drinking wine is the work of Satan.
What do you say? It doesn't have that effect in paradise.
So what? I don't care. It's still wine.
You know why?
Because I can drink wine without getting drunk. So why is the work of Satan allowed in
it doesn't matter because he cannot come to you and let you do things.
But you're allowing things.
That is what he said.
Why?
Sorry, bro.
Let me ask you. You said you have to answer the question.
Listen. What would you after the Catholic speak? What would you one of them?
Russia being land grabby is not good for us. It's not good for anybody else. The Chinese don't like it for me, but they know we'll fight the war. I don't know. The China's the reason we're concerned with that is because they have the ability to expand limitlessly because they have an economy, both financial and production, run by a single party.
Many of them were in prison.
So what's the criteria for you to sort of
we suffered greatly under many many
a rabbi? Is that one of your fathers?
No, I'm not intended to.
The original person who made it is still getting paid each time he gets it.
No, I mean the Schnappish. I mean the Thursday. So bar mitzvah, it means that you have reached the age when you're now obligated to do mitzvahs. What's a mitzvah? Mitzvah is a commandment of God. To do a commandment.
You're allowed to eat food. You're allowed to eat food on Sabbath. In fact, you're supposed to. You're supposed to have 3 meals on Sabbath. 3 meals.
Oh, Joshua, how are you?
I'm alright, thank you. How are you?
Okay, I can see the rabbi is here. Is he rabbi?
I don't actually know.
You don't know him?
No, I know them.
Are we not together?
I know. No, we're not together.
Is he rabbi?
I don't know if they're rabbis. I know their names. I don't know if they're rabbis.
Is he too young to be rabbi? I am a rabbi, you know.
No, you're not.
No, he's a rabbi.
It's not for you to say, it's for me to say. I can be whatever I want to be.
Can you though?
I'm Jewish too.
Are you
I told you
though?
I'm Jewish.
Is your mother Jewish?
It doesn't matter. I'm Jewish because I believe in Moses. I live by the Torah.
You know that's... Really?
Yeah.
You keep Shabbos?
Every day is Shabbos for me.
Shabbos is only 1 day a week.
I do. I'm even better. I'm doing it 7 days a week.
You're not allowed to. You have to work for
Okay,
6
okay,
days and
okay.
rest
I keep
on the 7th.
the Sabbath. Okay, I keep the Sabbath. Yeah. I keep the
Saturday.
Sabbath.
Saturday is the 7th day of the week.
Okay.
Shabbos.
I keep the Sabbath. Yeah.
Can you eat camel?
Sorry?
Can you eat camel?
I haven't ate it in my life.
But can you?
Do you think you're allowed to?
Okay, I could be a sinner Jewish. I
Fair
could
enough.
Be okay. I could
Okay,
sin, yeah, but still Jewish.
Fair enough.
Okay. I could eat it, yeah.
Fair enough. Which community do you come from?
I have my own community.
What's it called?
I'm one-man community.
A one-man community?
One man, yes, one-man community.
A man and a mission.
You could say that. Yeah, all right, all right.
Yeah. You learn Gemara?
I learn Kabul?
You learn Gemara?
Gemara.
Yeah, Gemara.
What does? Okay, remind me what's that? I know about it. But remind me. Gemara. 1 second. Gemara. Is it about Mashiach?
There is some stuff about Mashiach in Gemara, but it's a very small part of it.
Okay, tell me what it is.
Gemara is a vast amount of stuff. There's 63 Masechtas in the Gemara.
Okay.
And I'm supposed to learn it every day.
Is it the law?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Of course. Of course, I keep to the law. The Torah means law, right?
Yeah.
The law of God, yeah.
You know he's trying to confuse you right now.
No, it's alright, it's alright. He's not going to be able to. Yeah. I'm a rabbi, he can't confuse a rabbi.
Alright, I've got a question for you. Do you know what the problem is with the Quran, chapter 12, verse 19?
Chapter 12. Do you know the name of the surah?
Surah Yusuf.
And verse number, what did you say?
99.
99. What does it say? What does it say?
That Yusuf's parents came to him.
Sajadu, they prostrate to him or what?
Yeah, they came to Egypt.
Okay.
And they appeared before Yusuf.
Okay.
Right, do you know what the problem with that is, according to Judaism?
And they came. What's they came to him?
Yeah.
And what's the problem?
Do you know what the problem is?
You didn't say.
Every rabbi knows immediately the problem with that verse.
Oh, okay, tell me what it is.
Yeah. Yosef's mother was already dead.
Okay, we accept that. But his mother could be the wife of his wife. The wife of his father.
Into the human experience.
But he would honor her like he honored his mother because for his father.
all of his
It
father's
is,
wives were
look,
already
in
dead.
Islam,
What we know
the mother,
is from our
the
experience,
wife of your
right?
father is like
We
your
use
mother.
logic
But you're a Muslim?
to come to
You
conclusions.
should
I didn't
treat her.
realise.
You
I
should
thought you
treat
were
her.
Jew.
You should treat her as
don't
you know.
need-
It's about respect.
I'm
You should
not
respect
saying that
her.
logic
Okay,
is
what you
useless
supposed
for
me
our
to do?
experience. Of course
Okay,
it's
my
not.
mother died.
mainly
My father married another woman. What you supposed me to do? Hate her?
No, you're supposed to honour her, but she's not your mother. She's the wife of your father, but she's not your mother.
Okay, the Quran say the wife of the Prophet is our mother.
Okay, fine.
But
you know-
obviously not actual mothers.
But you know, Saeed, as fellow Jews, we don't believe in the Quran.
No, I know you don't, but I'm not saying because you don't or you do or don't.
But you don't
I'm
either.
saying, I'm just telling you how we treat elderly women.
Fair enough.
I'll give you an example.
With respect.
In the Old, in the Old Testament,
The only testament.
in the Hebrew Bible,
Yes.
does it say that you cannot marry your mother?
Yes.
So
And it also says that you're not allowed to marry your father's wife.
Yeah.
It says both of them.
I agree. So with the wives of the Prophet, peace be upon him, after he passed away, they were unable to remarry.
Like in this small area?
Okay. So the term your mother is from a spiritual sense that you can't marry them and you have to honor them and look after them and revere them and respect them. So that's why I said they are your mothers in that sense.
Fair enough.
Okay.
We have a similar
absolutely.
concept
Logic is
of, we talk about the four
Islam says
four imahos, the four matriarchs of the Jewish people. So, Galach and Leah. Not that people were not allowed to marry them after their husbands died. It happens to be that all of them died before their husbands did. But
Joshua,
they're
when
the
you
mothers
say-
of the people in that
is things that can rely on certain things that we
kind
can
of a spiritual
different
sense as
levels
well.
of reliability.
Joshua, when you
And-
say there is
and
a
also,
problem
we
when
can use
Quran
logic
say
and be mistaken. How
that
many times have we done a math question? in
that
class?
Jacob's
You know
wife
what I mean?
is mother
Happens all
to
the time.
Joseph.
So you can get. You
I
can
think
get it wrong.
you say that
So
because you look
we're
at
not
it as a
perfect,
physical,
right? And it's
in
impossible.
a physical
It's
aspect,
logically impossible for us to be
not in a
perfect.
different aspect.
So
Like I
therefore,
said to you,
it's not
Islam
about- it's not
Islam
about
called
being like,
called
getting
that
the answer
lady
like that we're 100% sure.
Joseph
That's not the
mother.
point. The point is
Islam
to get
also
an
called
answer
the
that we
wife
can
of the
be
Prophet our mother. So you could see that there is different meaning there.
I hear.
It's not physical.
I hear.
Josh,
I hear.
Josh, next time.
Next time. Nice to meet you. Was it Quaker?
Yeah, Quaker.
That's a cool name. Is that? Where's,
Baker?
Which language is that?
It's West Africa, Ghana.
Is it Twi?
Yeah. Yeah, you're in tune.
Cool.
Yeah,
Very
you're well
cool.
versed.
Hold on. Etidem?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Boko.
Soon, yeah.
Those are the only words I know. But yeah. Yeah, I've got a Ghanaian friend who taught me a bit of Twi.
Okay.
So comes in use sometimes.
Okay,
Like in
all right,
Ghanaian.
very good, very good.
Cool. You're a funny guy, Said. You're a funny guy.
I'm not funny. I'm realistic. You know. I'm realistic. I can be. I can be Jew.
It's a family reunion. We got you. Joseph Cohn was here earlier.
I thought you don't handshake non-Jews.
Never do. Just for you.
A special.
Yeah, only for you.
Only for
because
you.
we like you.
Because we like you.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
No idea who you are, but I like
We've got
you.
a book of Goyim that we like. You're in that book.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting. Going back
There's
to
a
my
list.
point,
We got a
if you
list.
mind if we could go back
It's
to the
thousands
point.
of years old.
Because you stood sorry, just a question, going back to the question I was asking earlier. Going back to the point of the lady there, where she was...
I don't know what she was talking about.
While you were there listening
Yeah, I
to
know,
her.
I wasn't really
Oh,
paying
she were
attention.
all over.
She was going all over the place.
Okay, but the point I was making in terms of the relationship between the Muslims and the Jewish community is that throughout the history, we've never been in conflict.
We have been sometimes.
Yeah, occasionally. That's normal. Like fathers and kids and wives and, you know, family issues.
I wouldn't say it was that light. I think it was far worse
of course,
than that.
political and agreements and treaties from that context.
Discrimination.
Possibly.
Persecution.
Possibly.
It's a big question you should ask him though.
But is the point I'm trying to make. In the videos,
doing something to the Jewish community under the law, like let's say, because you are a Jew, does it mean that you won't break a law?
No,
if
of
you
course
break
not.
a law, you're going to be prosecuted.
I agree with you. I agree
that's-
with you. I agree with you. And that just because a Muslim does something doesn't mean that it's wrong.
Yeah,
right?
that's the point.
What I will say though is that where you have actual caliphates that have their own interpretation of the Quran, and based on their interpretation, they do things in a certain way.
Did you film me with him?
Then one who is not a Muslim doesn't really have a horse in the race.
Am I on the video?
Is right, is able to say, well, this is actually an Islamic.
Very
So,
good.
for example,
I'm gonna watch
when
it. It's gonna be long.
Well, no, I'd have to push it out.
But equally throughout every civilization, such as the Romans, they had citizens and the barbers.
Okay.
So equally, every community has a sort of status to those who belong, because back, and I believe amongst the Jewish community, you still have this concept of where your community is structured based upon religion, bloodline, or tribe.
Okay, yeah.
So if the society is structured that way, now we live in a completely different system. First time in the history of mankind.
I'll give you examples, right?
Not first, the Romans were very international.
I'll give you an example. Have you heard of Zaydiyya?
Zaydiyya or Zaydiyya?
Zaydiyya.
Okay.
Zaydiyya is a sect of Islam.
Yes.
Right? It's very dominant in Yemen.
Yes.
And they're one of the Shia groups, but they don't have idols and they don't have images, a bit like the Sunnis. And they, throughout history, at different points, have been in charge in Yemen. Now they have their own interpretations of the Quran, they've got their own hadiths. And one of the things that they believe in is that all orphans of non-Muslim families should be taken away and given to Muslim families and be made to be Muslim. That's the Zaydi opinion. And so when the Zaydis were in charge, they would enforce this. It was known as the Orphans Decree. And who were the non-Muslims in Yemen? They were the Jews. And so in Yemen there were no Christians.
From the Abyssinian Empire, yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. All right. So what used to happen was, whenever you had a case where the parent of a Jewish child died, the Zaydi authorities would kidnap the child, even if there was still another living parent.
It's like slavery.
And they would,
and
they would send them, and they would give them to a Muslim family, and they would be brought up as a Muslim instead. In some cases, what the Jewish community used to do was they used to, as soon as their parents died, they would marry off the child to a fellow orphan or something, or to another child, because if they were married, then they weren't be allowed to be taken. And I read an article, not an article, I saw an interview recently of this very elderly Yemenite Jewish man in Israel and his wife. They were both orphaned, on the same day, and so they were married to each other. When he was 9 years old, and when he was 11 and she was 9, and they have been married ever since, and they're in their 90s, and they've got many descendants in Israel. But anyway, so this was something that was done, and it was based on their interpretation of either the Quran or the Hadith or something.
I would call it ijtihad, which is an effort to reach the best outcome possible.
Right.
In between this Islamic, is something natural amongst humans.
Right. So this is what the Zaydis did, and they did it because of their
But this is
interpretation
not
of Islam.
discriminating or killing or prosecuting.
This is kidnapping children.
Well, that is a good way to interpreting that event. But we're talking about orphans, and like for example, what determines someone's citizenship? Okay, what do I mean by that? For example, You're right. For example, if we go to Calais, I don't know if you ever drove through the Eurotunnel tunnel in the English Channel. You see migrants who look just like me from a different part of the world, and just with the fact I was born in a different place, I have some privileges where someone who shares exact same genetics, ethnicity, and shares a lot with me is not a citizen.
Yeah.
So we are privileged in some elements but who determines who
Whereas
is a citizen
wherever it is that they've come from, they're citizens there. Whereas you're not a citizen there, or maybe you are.
No, I'm not. But the point I'm trying to make is basically we don't determine these things. There are laws. Like, for example,
you Ethiopian, by the way?
No, I'm not. No, I'm just giving a vague
I'm just trying to work it out.
Oh, I'm Black Portuguese.
Oh,
yeah,
what, like Angola?
That is one of the Portuguese former colonies. Myself is Cape Verde and Guinea-Bissau.
Oh, cool.
So I don't know.
I've never met anyone from there.
Are you familiar with Santorini and Prince?
Of who?
Santorini.
No, I'm not.
Basically, Santorini, during the Crusades, Portugal was formed by Crusades, basically.
Yeah.
Santorini and Principe.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Santorini and Principe.
Yeah, I didn't know how to, the English, way to say it, but
off the coast.
The Portuguese, they took a lot of the Jewish kids and sent them there.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with that? It's a very sad story.
Yeah.
But if we would compare what the Inquisition done to the Muslims and the Jewish community in Spain, and whatever you might say that any caliphate, any interpretation of Islamic sects have done in a normal relationship, like you said, they would kidnap the kids to convert them to the Islamic faith. Can you compare these two actions? An orphan who's been given rights, and Muslim rights, who the state took, believe that they have the right to, like foster family.
Right.
You understand? What's the difference? You see the comparison between both of them?
So
it's massive. Spanish Inquisition and
okay, so
you can't really compare.
That's true. I can't compare those things, right? I have to compare like with like. So, for example, I can compare the orphans decree with various times when Jewish children were taken by the Christian states to be raised as Christians.
Yeah.
Those two things are comparable.
Orphans, because you made the detail that the Fatimid Caliphate would Zaydi Caliphate or Sultan or whatever they were in that region at the time, they would take orphans. You specified orphans without both parents, I would assume, or without
even without one.
Maybe it's referred to the father if he goes in accordance with Islamic traditions. Maybe because the kids didn't have the means of survival, or the mother didn't work or have the means to look after them, the state saw that they were in charge, so the way they would take that burden from the family was to be raised by another family, even if they had to be converted to Islam. So it's not something really, I don't see that as oppression. Unlike the black community, who've been kidnapped, enslaved,
and castrated
and
by the Arabs.
Forced,
have you ever wondered why there's no native black people in the Middle East, despite the Arab slave trade?
They are.
No, I didn't think. They were all castrated.
The earlier generations, the Warrens, they were castrated, therefore they couldn't have children in the area.
Yeah.
SubhanAllah. This is scary.
Yeah.
It's scary. But again,
even the Europeans.
Can I make a point about that?
Say it.
Can I make a point about that? Yeah. It's incredible to see how many black Muslims there are, despite that, which shows that in Islam, we don't hold Arabs as any higher than an Ajam, so someone who's not Arab. Like me and an Arab, in front of God is the same.
I hope for your sake that's true.
It is though.
Yeah, it is.
It's literally, that is literally word for word.
There are tribalism, which even exists among black people
Yeah, of course.
in Africa. Some tribes believe they're superior, even amongst the Asian, the caste system. Even amongst you Jewish
But
community,
that's Hindu. That's
you
Hindu.
believe
What,
prior
if I'm
to
not-
Islam, prior to Islamic practices.
No, he was talking
there's
about
something
in the caste
Asians.
of Pakistanis in north of England.
But this
Oh,
is.
yeah.
But going back to my point, even amongst the Jew, they believe that the Ethiopian Jew are not as
Not in the north of
pure
England, bro.
or
Yeah,
as
no, that's different, bro. I
equal.
can't even
That's
comment on
actually
the
true,
North.
though.
Well, you're from-
The
you're from
argument
North
about the
East.
Ethiopians
No.
is whether or not they are actually Jews. It's not a question of, because if they are Jews, we agree that they're equal to
Yorkshire's
us.
that whole side. Isn't it?
But if they're not Jews, then they are the same as all Jews.
It's the northwest.
Hello?
Oh, sorry.
Take a sec. Thank you.
We're in the camera, innit?
We just got here now. So I see your point.
There are genuine questions. It's put this day that before I came here, I was looking for this booklet I have, and at the end of the booklet, it's got a thing about the Ethiopians and the whole question about the tradition of
I
theirs.
have a book on that as well.
Right, so it's by Kaplan.
I have even an audio book.
Because it's put today, I couldn't find the booklet. Bring it, I'm not bring it. Anyway, there are genuine questions about their tradition and about the Ethiopians.
Can I ask you a question while he's here?
Yeah.
Do you have a lot of social media?
I don't. I'm on Discord, but that's basically it.
But you know, Discord has a lot of chat, like a lot of people talking.
Yeah.
Have you heard of? So I mean, obviously, I'm only seeing it from a social media point of view. That coming of Yeshua.
Oh yeah.
So what's going on with that?
Basically, Christians in the last 60 years have decided that Jesus have realised that Jesus has got a really, really bad name amongst the Jews because of all the persecution we suffered under the Christians.
Sorry if I interrupted you.
No, please carry on.
And
I'll just ask a question.
the solution that they have come up with in order to try and convert us, because even the most secular Jew is repulsed by the idea of Jesus, right? It's become an innate part of Jewish society,
Like
Jewish
an
culture.
innate predisposition is to completely
yeah,
be against
that's
Jesus.
like we are very much against it, and so what they decided to do was they decided to Jew it all up. Let's try to make it all sound a bit more Jewish and use a bit of Hebrew here. So instead of saying Jesus, I'll say Yeshua, and instead of saying convert to Christianity, you'll say you become a completed or fulfilled Jew. And instead of saying New Testament, they'll say Brit HaChadashah, which means New Covenant in Hebrew.
This is the book.
Oh, right.
Are you familiar with this?
I'm not familiar with the book, but I'm familiar with the author because I have another book of his at my house.
Okay, he's an expert in when it comes to
but there's another book. I don't know if you have access to the internet here. But there's another book written by a fellow called Kaplan. I forget the first name, about the history of the Ethiopians. But there's a really great booklet where at the back of it there's a very good summary of that book about the Ethiopians and the question of their tradition and whether they are actually Jews. And the conclusion I got from it is that actually it's very unlikely that they are Jews. There are serious questions. So the booklet or the book?
Booklet
So the booklet I can find very easy because it's on a website called Judaism's Answer.
Yeah, put that one in the bed, bro.
And it is. It starts on page 48. So it starts here and it goes till the end. Page 45. So this is one thing. What's the other thing? The other thing is basically the thing that he's quoting from the entire time. It's called the because the reason I use the book is because it actually quotes from the book. So the book is Stephen Kaplan, The Better Israel Flash in Ethiopia, New York and London.
That's good.
Yeah. Very interesting stuff. But it seems historically that they're not actually Jews, and that what actually happened was they're actually a split off from the Ethiopian Orthodox Tewahedo Church. It seems to be a split off group that ended up rejecting Jesus and accepting more of the Old Testament practices. That ended up making them think that they were, that's why they adopted the name Beta Israel, and then that's how they ended up with similar practices to us. But they don't have a solid tradition.
So would you then classify the black as a race impossible to be Jew?
Absolutely not. I've got friends who are converted.
No, I'm not
black.
I'm not referring to those who adopt the Jewish faith,
But
those
your mum has to be Jewish.
Your mum has to be a Jew. So technically speaking,
no, I'm
So
referring
they mix race.
Yeah, I know. So
my point is
historically, I don't know. At the end of the day, I don't actually know. Maybe there are. Right, it's possible. Right, I know that genetic testing has been done that shows that the Lambas do have that there's a have you heard of the Lambas?
Lambas, no.
They're a tribe in Zambia.
Zimbabwe.
No, not Zimbabwe. In Zambia.
Bordered anyway, so it's
actually, yeah, they're also in Zimbabwe. Yeah.
What I know about is the Zimbabwe one.
Within the Lambas, there is a group. So the Lambas claim descent from the Lost Tribes, and there's a group within the Lambas. I can't remember what they're called, and they are the priestly class within that tribe, and they claim to be the equivalent of Kohanim, right? Which is amongst the Jews, Kohanim are the people who descend from Aaron by the father, and there's a genetic marker that's been found that virtually all Kohanim all the different communities have, and it seems that quite a few of the people of this Lamba community who claim to be Kohanim also have that. So I think it's likely that they actually are a lost tribe, and they are very dark skinned, right, like yourself.
Yeah, well, the point I was trying to make is you were defining the Ethiopians on the basis of race, not based off.
No, I wasn't.
That's how it sounded very much.
I think I came a bit after that conversation.
Yeah, it sounded very much that was connected to the even
nothing to do with that.
Even
it's all about
historically,
tradition.
Yeah.
Historically, it does not look like they were ever Jews. It looks like they were split off from the church then. That looks like what's happened.
It's a matter of research.
Yeah, so there's
various opinions amongst
if you look at the materials that I've put up there, then you'll see what I'm talking about.
So
I mean, actually, to go now.
Me too. So just to conclude then, from an historical perspective, you don't agree with the lady earlier that she was insinuating that Islam and the Prophet Muhammad. We have incidents where certain things happened.
Yeah.
Based upon, as I mentioned as an example, if you break a law or a treaty, there is obvious consequences. But it wasn't initiated by the Muslims to betray and hurt the Jewish community. So
the issue was that it was already pre-agreed, and then it was refused after. So like if I promise you something and then I break that promise, that's not the same as someone not promising you something in the first place. Like if I completely refuse, that's not the same as I agree and then I refuse to do that.
Okay.
Do you not agree with that?
I definitely hear what you're saying.
Like do you understand that part of it? Because obviously in Islam we clearly categorize the people of the book separately to other non-Muslims, and we have a higher allegiance to you.
Historically, it has always been the case.
Always been like that. We have a higher allegiance to you, and we've expected the same, obviously, in return, because we are an Abrahamic faith, and we believe in one God or whatever. So, if we have agreed something to you, it is part of our duty to hold ourselves accountable to that.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
I hear.
Well, anyway, your friend earlier acknowledged that the golden age of the Jewish community was under the Islamic rule.
Yeah,
and that he ruled
in Al-Andalus.
Yes.
Yeah. There was that was a real flourishing of Jewish literature.
More from the scientific point of view.
I wouldn't even say flourishing. I would say Renaissance, because a lot of it was lost prior to that to Christian emperors or whatever.
You know, I'm really not sure. I'm really not sure about how Jewish life in Spain was pre Al-Andalus,
but
pre the Muslims.
Regardless of that, we know how Jewish life was under Christian rule. That's the point.
I personally don't know it.
I think we're the Visigoths. I'm not sure, even though I can't remember, even though I'm from Portugal. It's part of our history.
I'm not really an expert in the history of the Jews in Spain because it's not so relevant to me. I'm much more focused on the history in Germany and northern France and those areas.
Why would you specify the worst, not the worst, because
I'll
under
tell
the
you
Babylons,
why,
under the Babylons, you guys
that's
were...
my tradition passes through. My tradition passes through.
Maybe your family and inheritance, that's right. But the point I'm trying to make is, why would we focus on an era of our history, which was horrible, but if you look at, if you go
there were good times.
further
There
back,
were good times.
if you go further back, there is worse. Under the Spanish Inquisition, it was far worse. So why would you specify modern history?
I guess because I connect with it more.
Okay.
Are you talking specifically in the 20th century?
No, I'm talking about throughout. I'm talking for 1,000
like
years.
The Jewish diaspora.
The Jews in Germany, it really is so.
Prior to the Second World War.
Yeah, prior to the Second World War, communities in Germany, right, like Frankfurt and Nuremberg and Rottenburg, like these communities in Germany have been going on for over 1,000 years. Mainz and Worms and Speyer, 1,000 years, more than that, right? I mean, there's archaeological evidence of the
even
Jewish
in Mali. Are you aware of that? That the Jews went to Mali.
Oh yeah, they were expelled. They were expelled.
It's strange.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I just
expelled the same year. The same year that the Jews were expelled by the Christians in Spain, 1492, the Jews were expelled by the Muslims in Mali. The very same year.
Wow. Why were the Jews expelled by Muslims in Mali?
I don't know. I think there was a new edict that came in that everyone had to be Muslim, and they expelled all the non-Muslims.
Really
it happened to be that all the non-Muslims were Jews.
Because many of the Africans have never left their old traditions. And they remain there up to today in that region, in West Africa. They never left, they never
that's what
embraced
happened
Islam.
to Mali. That's what happened.
Yeah. Mali is a bit funny because it had some
Mali is very
commercial,
disconnected.
it's very financial motivated.
I was talking back in the day anyway. And also Mansa Musa came from Mali as well.
Yeah.
That says a lot. But as in, money-wise, but obviously
guy.
he was a very, for Muslim, one of the most proudest Muslims. One of the
He was Muslim?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Mansa Musa.
Yeah. I knew he was the
The
richest
richest
guy.
person ever, 400 billion worth.
Yeah.
That's not even 400 million, that's 400 billion.
That's like a million, but with a B.
Or 400,000.
Yeah.
400,000 million worth net worth.
Well, that's not the measurement of success.
True. But we can say that as Muslims we're proud that that is something that he accomplished. And he did it being
I've really got to go.
Muslim,
It's,
of course.
Nice to see you. What's your name, sorry?
Bilal.
Bilal. Josh. And
Josh.
your name? Sultan.
Yeah.
Like a sultana.
Like a king.
Sultan is the family.
Yeah. Jews were here.
Have you seen that sign?
No, I haven't. I've not seen it. It's pretty cool. What does it say? Show it to this guy. He'll be interested. Yeah, show it to him. Yeah, this guy's got something to show you.
No, JewsWereHere.com.
Wow, that's interesting. Were you aware of this?
No.
It's the first time?
Yeah, the first time.
It's something to look into.
That's quite a funny name. Obviously it makes sense. Because obviously people usually write that in like bathroom stores.
I can give you examples of what I just mentioned. British arms manufactured £1 million worth of weapons in 2009 after the Sri Lankan government committed genocide against its own people. There was even a British mercenary
Paperboy means that's a living word. That's why we call it Arabic Al-Qayyum. What does it mean? What does it mean? No, that doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist, my brother.
La ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar. And this is the evidence for
I am not a man. He's talking about this.
Look, the question is, we've already intervened in Iran. Trump assassinated the leaders. Lamin, one of the key figures in putting down ISIS, right? So the question is not, should we intervene or not? The question is, let's have a look at Let's have a look at Britain's relationship with Iraq and Iran. I'm not even going to go back. I'm not even going to go back historically. There is well-documented evidence of Britain supporting bombing of Tehran from Camp Anaconda in Iraq. All right, recently, in the last 15 years. This information is there if you're interested in finding out more about it. Bombing of officials. It was Mujahideen al-Qawl. Mujahideen al-Qawl, the MEK in Iran, supported by the West to try and kill people in Iran, right? Any officials that oppose the West. All right? Remember that Iran is one of those states. It's not that we don't like them because they're repressive. All right, we support plenty of far more repressive regimes than Iran. I don't even have to name Saudi Arabia. I can talk about Egypt. Talk about, I don't know, give many examples, right? But we are against Iran because Iran is not following the West's course of action. It's following its own course of action. It's not a willing and pliable client state of the United States. You say it will be. The jury is out on that. The United States tried that against Iraq. They tried it against Afghanistan. And look what happened. Those countries are far from being docile and compliant. Right? This idea that the United States' military is invincible, we've got to question that. We've got to try and question to see if that's true. Remember, I will say one last thing about it, and then I'll answer your question, Mr. Williams. I'm happy to answer it. The United States couldn't even defend Capitol Hill from a bunch of hillbillies. All right? Let's get into perspective. Yes, the United States has a bigger military than the next, 10 countries combined. Right? Yes, it's true. But we have to ask, why wasn't it able to control its own hillbilly population in Capitol Hill? Why wasn't it able to even defend the most important building on Earth? What's going on? Is the United States